What's good, YouTube? This is Very Melon Man, and welcome to part 15 of my Disco Elysium The Final Cut Let's Play. So last episode, we basically advanced the plot significantly, because now we discovered that Titus was lying about his murder victim being hanged for raping, Class J. Class J is not a rape victim. That's just something the Hardy Boys made up in order to throw the trail off of why they actually killed the guy. But that's not really important right now, because we'll get to the rest of the case later. What we need to do is repair communism, and to help us do that, I did everything I could to rough up another 20 and get the white shirt that I left behind at the beginning of the game. And I got the Samaritan lounge jacket from a room with the Kraz Magov statue in the padlocked hotel room in the Cape Side apartments. The reason I need this is because I am now going to try to get the most out of my levels.
There. Do you smell that?
Smell what?
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent, reordering? What do you smell? The first thing that strikes you is the overwhelming brine. You imagine yourself in the water, a 100-legged anthropod scuttling along the murky silt at the bottom of the sea. But then, the unmistakable reek of seagull shit hits you, buoyed along on the air currents. An acrid melody atop mouldering cords of wood rot and heavy fuel oil.
Everything in order, detective?
I'm smelling for communists, Kim.
You're smelling for... You do remember that we're investigating a murder, yes? I would appreciate it if you reserved your political project for after hours.
The lieutenant lacks your highly developed politico-olfactory cortex. The smell is undeniable, and it's coming from that balcony up there.
You mean from Cindy?
Certainement. A precocious communist youth. A symbol of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Hey, sister, let's talk politics for a minute.
And what do you know about politics?
I'm looking for a conversation with the great Mazovian sausage grinder. Will you help me?
Oh, that's very nice. Little Piggy wants to make sausages. Out of what? His little piggy friends?
No, the bear... That's right.
For the briefest instant, the lieutenant's hand hesitates above the notebook he's scribbling in.
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk the ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban,
And
a
he's...
right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
Where can I find him?
I might.
Will you tell me? Just tell me what we want to do.
A wicked grin extends across her face.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
Oink, oink.
Wow, that was easier than I expected. It's almost like you've been wanting to do it this whole time.
A cool, damp feeling ripples through you. You realize you needn't have rolled over quite so easily. The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed.
Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Steban. It's touching, sort of. Steban's group meets only at night, in an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting is tonight. Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them.
That's very helpful. Thank you, Cindy.
Hold on. You didn't think it would be that easy, did you? See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like. You can't join the meeting without one.
But you're not gonna tell me, are you?
Why would I? That would be so boring. Now, let's see if you're half as dedicated a communist as you say you are. That's enough. Off with you then.
Alright. I have no idea, man. This is gonna take a while. And yeah, obviously Kim doesn't trust the fact that I'm trying to go into the Communist Party because there's moralism and what communism means, but... but yeah. Lastly, to do about Maybells right here. I'll talk about that guy later. Now we can finally talk to these guys about Maybells.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of
Hello, Renee.
soul. If he's got principles.
Do Maybells mean anything to you?
I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
A royalist military tradition?
It used to be. But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution.
Do they bring good luck?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the ID for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
I don't know. Like, I don't
Enough.
think he's
I can go over these
bad. I
matters
just...
in detail with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officers,
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month. I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Okay.
You know,
But
enough.
Maybells.
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do.
Thank you.
But I...
Okay. Now, there's something I want to get.
Winter, slow to let go of Rivershore.
Yo.
Some more wet snow from above. The snow falls.
Shivers is really fun.
Sand, pale
when you
as snow,
just let yourself
the rust
listen to
of
the world.
running. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
How does it feel?
The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. At least your hair is protected from getting wet and sticking together. You look around. More, the water, no, below the old, where the, yes, children, after two, the most, did someone say, untold, after two, the most, did someone say, view, all around her. The canal, someone is scraping snow up like all, a fenced-off yard, the abandoned, a serpentine strip of, then, the bay of, and at the farthest, the raised was once a
The parks.
heavy drug use, a line of moat around you. The snow, the stairs, the snow, all of this bit. A chill comes over you. More coalition aerostat. Layer upon layer. Someone stuffed a big old pole.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up?
Yeah. Shivers is really fun, but it takes up a lot of time for a Let's Play like this, so I can't really afford to, like, get into it as much as I would like to.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. It doesn't help. You can still
All right.
smell it. Keep it in now. Don't overreact. Breathe.
Is it just throwing fish?
Don't be naive.
Oh no.
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach.
Call us out, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose. There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
True enough. If it means we can both be free. Fucking Kim. Sakara. Sakara ne. Sotoka. Let's get characters there. But when you do that, the character needs to come first. That's also why I like the character. I don't want to give rank advice, though. That's a little pretentious. That's extremely pretentious. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okie dokie.
And Mikhail
Here's where we need to go.
Windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hailostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hypertext.
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Be quiet, Half-Light. What's that Windows are for?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer.
Okay.
They still had
Okay.
vector monitors back then.
Say what's that?
49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall. No, I can't say that we've met,
Get
but I've
it?
heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
Guys, I'm not kidding.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbit
Very-
on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately. But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the mark in
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
What's an R&D development?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore.
This guy is a mega
You're
nerd.
probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Yeah.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
They heard this field, Electro.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
Yeah, I think you had right after you corrected yourself. What was that ace in the hole, actually?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
I legitimately do not know what a tape computer is.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bringing them to the average consumer.
Otherwise known as the smartphone.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project...
Is that guy your son? Hey, son.
Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
Alright.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
I want to ask something else. How do tape computers work, actually?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite.
I mean, smartphones basically are miniature computers. They're not as powerful as a laptop, precise. Or maybe he's talking about laptops, honestly. He's probably talking about laptops, yeah.
A little freelancing.
I don't know what I was saying about smartphones. A laptop makes a lot more sense for what he's actually talking about.
Center in Vredeport, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wompty-Dompty Dom Center?
Okay, the Wompty-Dompty Dom Center, Paul Ockerman, Keith and Guy Juice, what are you talking about?
The Wompty-Dompty Dom Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
There is no such place.
Actually, I think there is. No, it's too much. He's joking.
In fact, I'm not.
Alright.
Wompty-Dompty Dom Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
The RCM should get some of those.
One would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to the precious device. So they did. The failed playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
The field
The
experiment.
official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the failed playback experience, but those are incorrect.
And the revolutionaries destroyed it for what reason?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
2 seagulls circle in the sky. You look up and think, really? Or was there a 4th prototype that remains hidden in the mausoleums below Coal City?
Wow. Alright, I want to ask something
Of
else.
course. What else?
Thank you all for the information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Michaela here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Oh boy, is it very. Okie dokie. So, first chance I get, need to put that bad baby on.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Can you make up what's inside, Kim?
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Can you still shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And his shoulders. It's reflex.
Need to find church. Fast travel from there. This game's fast travel system is awful. Look at how much of this map there is to explore. Why would you ever... What do you actually get out of limiting what the player... What would you even get out of limiting the player in this fashion? What would you possibly get out of it? So most of this episode has not been about the Communist Party, which I understand, but... Let's see. Let's see here. All right then.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The
Hey,
closest
Lena.
phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
Good day, man. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why you use his phone?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
You hear that? Someone's missing. There could be foul play afoot.
I love missing person cases.
That's right. Now skip the foreplay. Time to dive into the dark alleys. Start shaking down the usual suspects. You know, legwork.
Has Jasmine gone missing?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
Turns out the warlock was broken, so your husband's probably just stuck farther on the coast. He should return now it's fixed.
What wonderful news. Thank you, dear. You've already done so much. But if your investigation happens to take you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Alright.
Wait. No. Something about this bunch doesn't smell right.
Everards, guys?
They are, but they don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you. And from his perch at the end of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away. Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats.
Because I can't smell any communists here. Alright then. 90 skill points. Okie dokie. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing this because I scented scarf. Alright, that's fine. I'm not doing this because I like the idea of wasting anyone's time watching me just more importantly, a light polo shirt. Jesus Christ. I mean, if I'm going to be exploring over the place anyway, might as well. Look for experience over the place too. It's only fair. It's only fair for me, because exploration yields valuable rewards like that. That's just dumb. Damn it. Oh god. So, I'm trying to find this guy, but I'm pretty sure all we can do is go down here. Try to find some. This game is so big and so preposterous that there generally isn't a lot of direction to go in. Oh, new skill point. Okay. Okay. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Internalize this.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. AK, you were so Leslie will. The only way for Leslie to stop Flash threatening. It's plain to see from the file. No, he must have in the killed. He came. Can't get which is also why the officer responsible. Not much has changed in the meanwhile.
All right.
Center.
New internalized thought cabinet.
You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wompty-Dompty Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
This one I did not know about at the start of the game, and I very deliberately did not think I'd have a build that could use it, but now I know more about the thought cabinet. Encyclopedia passives give +2 experience. So Haha. Plus two encyclopedia.
Go. Nice and
Morel, the
easy.
cryptozoologist.
No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure?
You must be Morel, the cryptozoologist. Your wife sent me. She's really worried about you when you get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the A81.
Yeah, it was me. I brought the wild on motor carriage. Just fixing it and go back.
You broke the water lock with a motor carriage. There was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
No, it's all me. I caused you a delay. I'm sorry. We can return now.
Say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used to delicate, precise work.
Tell me what these phasmas are looking for.
Which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
Why is it able to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What have you heard about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
Knows where I found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real. By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
May have died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
There's nothing dispassionate about the way he talks about the insect.
Alright. How about these traps?
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
How they work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
Alright, man.
What?
Okay. She seems eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days.
Crypto-fascist.
Time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not.
Jesus.
I won't let Lena down.
Come on. She wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here.
I don't know if that's important to Lena.
Crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it.
Dang.
A verified sighting. On record. One of only 40th century.
Really
and it's hers.
know about her first.
She's seen it.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
His spirit may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
Okay, so I'm good with things either.
Good. A good quality to have, both for a police officer and an experimental zoologist.
I could go for some trap setting.
We'll check the traps for you.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
They're very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research.
Alright, where are the traps?
Another week, the third, you should check.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this?
It's my own justification. What I do is a phasmid.
Get to me at once.
What kind of wild
It's
phasmid?
made of
Alright.
most of research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect too.
Lay on me.
This is the smell of dying.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canisters.
It is precious.
Alright, let's get to it.
Which means you two can pack up and...
Finally.
Thank you for your help.
What about his eager to leave friend Gary there? Talk to him. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your combo type.
There are capo types.
Yes. Guess what's yours?
I was kind of hoping I'm the superstar cop.
That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again.
I was kind of hoping I'm the apocalypse cop.
That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the...
Cool cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official, shall we?
Yo, actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes.
I'm not a
Stop
self-doubting
wasting
cop.
time and begin to run
Screw
the
over.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then. Check out the big balls on Firecon. There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. The reeds rustle confidently. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers.
Alright.
Now only the wind blows.
Cool.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap. confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm hoping some citizens getting some fresh air.
I meant no offense. Just...
Alright then.
This is the reed. It's good. The later it gets this trap.
Another empty truck.
How you doing, Carl, Lieutenant?
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
Nice jokes. I need the... Why? I'm being an idiot. I'm being an idiot. But, Rio. Am I going the right way? This must be a big one.
This trap's not too hard to spot. The reeds sway. The wind picks nothing but look.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
Alright.
The lieutenant stretches his back.
Southeast of the village. Alright. Last one is southeast of the village, near the canal we crossed. Here we go.
It takes you a moment. The reeds bend forlornly toward the constant, the trap, no locus.
It's empty.
The voice echoes on the coast. carried by a gust of cold wind.
Oh, that's epic.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook
I do
it.
feel like something messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
You're right, but I still need to tell the cryptozoologist about this.
Okay. But after that we get back to our own assignments. There really is no explanation for this detour right now.
So, if you're expecting a video guide on where to actually find these things, if you want to do your own Let's Play, I'm afraid I'm not going to be very good at helping you guys. Not very good at all.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Alright.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out.
I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now.
Trouble.
I knew it.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Suggestions at 2. Hold on a second. Alright.
Oh, hello, sweetie. So nice to see you.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work.
Yeah.
Go on and on.
I think some of the cryptids you studied.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really...
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
I'd say that.
Ooh, tough choice there.
Yeah, I passed encyclopedia check. Sweet. Which gave me bonus experience and 10 real. What's the most dangerous one?
The gnome of Jeroma.
Sounds terrifying.
Yes. None of its victims
What's it like?
survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
What does it look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of these very little species?
Alas,
Woo.
the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
This has been occasional. Sally, discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
Alright, that's all for now. We're going to end the video here, but I'll be right back, you guys. Thank you guys for watching.